Breaking news, the Chicago Bulls finally get a point guard off the free agent market. As I was telling you guys what is going on, y'all, 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA here to talk some Chicago Bulls. So if you're a Bulls fan, go ahead and subscribe by hitting the button down below and turning on my post notifications because I post a lot of Bulls on this channel as well as other free agency news. I got a ton of videos out I post daily. Go ahead and check those out. But again, make sure to subscribe and also follow me on my Twitter. I tweet a lot, and my Instagram as well. With that being said, I don't want to wait any longer. We've got some breaking news that concerns the Bulls. That means I got to talk about it. And that is Tomas Satoransky getting signed and traded to the Chicago Bulls from the Washington Wizards. So again, maybe a lot of you guys don't know Satoransky. I'll talk about him, talk about whether or not this is a good signing or not, the terms of the deal, and everything else in between. So let's talk about the terms of the deal. It's a 3-year deal worth about $30 million. Again, it's a sign and trade with the Wizards. So obviously you can make that average. It's about $10 million a year, which is pretty solid, folks, honestly. The other guy that I was talking about this whole time, Corey Joseph, got a 3-year, $37 million deal from the Sacramento Kings. That's a bit rich for my blood. I'm not going to lie to you guys, okay? I'm actually happy the Bulls did not overpay for that. Patrick Beverley got a 3-year, $40 million deal. That also felt like a bit of an overpay. So you know what? I am actually happy the Bulls didn't land those guys at those prices. You take a look at Tomas Satoransky for 3 years and $30 million. That's a decent contract. And yes, this does pretty much, fill out or get rid of the Bulls' remaining salary cap space. They had about $10 million. They used it. Now they've got some exceptions they can use here and there, I believe. But for the most part, the majority of their signing and the majority of their salary cap is getting allocated to this sign and trade. So again, talking about the financial aspect of it, I'm not going to lie to you guys. The Bulls have actually been kind of smart financially, okay? Now, again, Ish Smith, the other guy I was looking at, got a 2-year, $12 million deal with the Wizards. That's obviously a little cheaper, and I wouldn't have minded him. But I really can't argue here. And again, the same thing with the Thaddeus Young deal where I wish it was 2 years instead of 3. So that would be my only complaint here. And maybe, the range could have been an $8 million around there versus 10. But it's not very far off. It's not egregious at all. So to me, financially, I'm okay with it. It can sit well with me. And here's the thing. He addresses the clear need we had. He's a point guard who can start, who can come off the bench depending on what happens in training camp. And then when you take a look at the fact that he's 6'7", a lot of people don't know this. Satoransky's a big guard. He can sometimes play the 2 as well. So to me, he's interchangeable at the 1 and 2, but he is mainly a point guard. Last year, played about 80 games, but he started a lot because John Wall went down. 54 games he started, averaged about 9 points. 5 assists, 3.5 rebounds, shot 39% from 3, 48% from the field goal line, from field goal percentage, 48%. I can't even speak right now, but these are kind of his numbers right here that Sato averaged last year. Again, nothing earth-shattering, groundbreaking, but you like to see the good three-point shooting. So he's a good three-point shooter, and like I mentioned, he can play the 2 guard. He's about 6'7", and now let's see how our backcourt depth is shaken out. Assuming that Kobe White, I believe, will win the starting job, then you've got Sato as his backup, and then you've got Chris Dunn as the 3rd guard. But Satoransky can also play behind Levine and Denzel Valentine because, like I said, he can play the 2, and Kobe White can sometimes play the 2 as well. So we've got a lot of flexibility here, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. I like this signing quite a bit. I told you the only thing is that the deal is about 3 years instead of 2, and the money may be a little bit more than I would have liked. And the other thing also that I want to mention out, I believe the Bulls were in the market for a veteran point guard. Can't really consider Sato a veteran. He's only been in the league like 3 years, and he's about 27 years old, so he hasn't really done much, and it's been with the Wizards, who haven't won any games at all. But for the most part, everything besides those 3 things has been good. So to me, I love the fact that he can play both the point guard and the 2 guard position. I love the fact that, he's got a chance to start, arguably, because he's good. He's actually better than Corey Joseph. He's better than Ish Smith. He really is. So, again, if you're just talking about a basketball perspective, he's a better point guard than both of those guys. And he's a good shooter. He's a good passer, very good passer. So I like that. Satter had some triple-doubles last year, I believe. He had some close to triple-doubles. He had some big games last year. So he does have talent, folks. And like I said, besides those three things I mentioned, I do like this signing. So, like I predicted, the Bulls were going to sign a guard and a forward. They did. So, as far as their other moves, I do believe we're maybe get one more roster spot, but that's about it. But I like this signing trade. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like this signing trade to Satoransky? It's not a big name, folks, but he is a good player, and it's a good deal. And he can start, come off the bench, play two guard. Bulls have a lot of flexibility now in this backcourt. I know, it's not a big name, but again, you shouldn't have been expecting a big name. I've been telling you guys this. The Bulls were just going to fill out the roster with quality guys, and that's what they've done with Tomas Satoransky and Thaddeus Young. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe as always. Thanks for watching.